Hello everybody, I am Angry Bird. We're back with another 3v3 game for the 3v3 championship. This time it's the decider in the semi-finals. So who's going to win this one? Is it going to be Team Nabat or is it going to be Team Too Much Effort? Let's head straight into the action. So on the left hand side in red we do have Gonzo, Orfine Frederica von Eidelstadt with an early recon plane and a Yak 1B and Gonzo with the Yak 9B and the IL-237. Early plane play in the southern area. Looks like they're targeting the approach. And will a Panzer 4G go down here surely? Looks like the Yak 1B is targeting the infantry and the IL-237 targeting that Panzer 4G and does disrupt the early play. From the right hand side in blue, Team Nabat with Nailbash, Vartanen and Morozic. So that early plane play, and wow, look at this northern push from Morozic and Vartanen combining with the northern push. Stuck 3Gs behind, SPWs in front, plenty of Panzergrens, Reiterjäger and some Hungarian Hussar Gorosorasoks. I think that's how you pronounce that. I was watching Vulcan the other day and he was gun jam on the SPW. They are just rushing through. They don't care about the anti-tank rifles on the side of the Struggy DB, but down go the infantry in the transports, and all that's left is an SPW 231. At least the Hussar Gorosorashok should at least unload this time, or are they going to make the same mistake as well? They're just fast moving right now. They need to unload. Another one goes down. The rest of them do unload now, but one of them pinned down due to the both of them pinned down now, and will Curbs just push forwards and pick up the surrenders. Off map coming in from the Bayo Panzer 30HF, 173mm off map, but major losses of infantry in this early attack. The Panzergrens and the Erzatstruppen do win out in the very northern position. In comes the Tiger and the Panzer 4Gs. But will it be enough? Will Curbs be able to hold this position? IL-2M3 Napalm Bomber does come in, and I think this is the upgraded version. Beautiful skin, absolutely beautiful skin. Will it get the Napalm kill? Does get the kill there onto the Erzatstruppen, but the Panzergrens trying to get across the open. The Tigers advancing now. Is this northern push going to be enough for Team Nabat? They are 18-14 down overall, but will they win out? The Tigerese dispatches the M4s. All the side attack from the IL-237 engine damages one of the Tigerese, but is forced back by some anti-aircraft fire, which I can't see where that came from. It looks like down goes another tank. The ME-109 G6 straying well over the rear of Team Too Much Effort. Gonzo coming in with another IL-237, trying to target those Tigerese, but so far being unsuccessful. Morozic dropping down another off-map. All of the action so far happening in this northern side, and this is exactly what I said wouldn't happen. I predicted that this northern side would be left alone, but no, it seems like Team Nabat are focusing this northern attack with Morozic and Vartanen, and so far it seems like they're making headway. It's all about whether they can get enough forces into that northern city to hold the forest and the flags. Down goes another IL-2, the ME-109 G6 right behind enemy 9s, but the Yak 9 isn't in fact targeting the one. He's literally right behind that ME-109 but does not target it. Goes head to head against another ME-109 and the other Yak 9 is targeting that one. Wow. Micro from all of these players in aircraft, a lot happening right now, but it looks like Team Nabat have gained ground in this northern approach. Both flags falling over to them, and the Tigers have survived so far. I think one of them has gone down. More bombing strikes from the P3s coming in. Just trying to hit anything. Doesn't really hit too much. And the northern side definitely gone down for Team Too Much Effort. They are in trouble in this northern approach. Look at this central area, Billy. Any units invested from either side whatsoever. In the southern side, it looks like Gonzo is pressing an attack through the light forest. But Erzatstruppen from Morozic coming in, and I don't think that's going to be enough to stand in the way of Gonzo. So I think it all stands on this northern attack so far. And all players, I think, are invested in defending and attacking this northern side at the moment. Vartanen and Nailbash. Morozic is in here as well. Curbs, Gonzo and Lolly. Every member of the team is invested in this northern approach right now. The Saperi do discover the Panzergrenz. If those Panzergrenz go down, that's at least one flag recovered. The Tigers at the moment are keeping the reinforcements at bay, or at least keeping, yeah, they are, the pressure onto Team Too Much Effort. In comes another IL-237 from Lolly. Will they get the kills this time? Down goes one of the Tigers, and microing onto the second Panzer, and that goes down as well. So all the Tigers now have gone down, and it looks like Team Too Much Effort at least have taken off a lot of pressure for the moment. A lot of infantry has had to be unloaded early. An IS-1 Komroti in there, as well as an ISU-122 from Curbs as well. Yak-1B is coming in and should take down the MA-109 G6. They are focusing the fighters onto the IL-237s. Team Nabat, they do not care about losing those fighters. They just want to take down the IL-237s and restrict those airplanes. Major off-map placed down by Ortfine Frederica, the M3A1 KAO 203mm off-map, and nicely placed onto the core of Team Nabat's troops. Curbs has recovered the northern forest area. The Panzergrenz are due to go down, and control has been re-established in that northern side, but it looks like the central city, while eyes have been off, there has been an attack come through from Team Nabat with Sturmschützen, and these are deadly infantry units. 13 MP44s, although they don't stand in the way of the bombs coming down from the P3, I imagine. Yak-9B there from Gonzo. The Guardia's just holding up, but they're pinned down. And Nailbash needs to move forwards as Sturmschützen to get the surrender there. All that stands in the way is one Guardia Komroti. But if that one goes down, we have got some reinforcing after Michiki coming into the position as well. It looks like in the very southern side, Gonzo is still pressing forwards that attack through the light forest. More reinforcements coming in from Morozic with the Erzatstruppen and the Panzer IV H's, but I don't think that will worry Gonzo too much at the moment, and he is, I think he has, I think this is a blue flag from the start, so I think he has been able to maintain hold onto the blue flag early on, and that is giving him, it's holding them in the game so far. We've got an IL-237 coming in, looking for kills onto a number of Panzers. Let's see whether he can get. Unfortunately, I think he was targeting the bailed out one there, and there was not enough time to micro onto the others. Down goes the flat gun in that southern side, so it will enable the IL-237 to circle around and continue making strikes. It needs to reallocate that one. Lolly needs to reallocate onto another tank to stop that just flying around in the southern side. In the central city, the after Michikis have managed to get into position. The Guardia Komroti have gone down, but if Ort can get rid of the Sturmschützen here, then I think he's going to hold that flag, at least for the moment. Looks like Team Nabat, they have been pushed out of this northern flag. Look at the number of infantry units been brought into this position. Dushka, WC-52 Dushka, pressing forwards, but comes into the face of 3 Stug 3Gs. It's going to find it difficult pushing against them. We need some anti-tank on the side of Team Too Much Effort into this area. Looks like they've been relying on the ISU-122. There was another IS Komroti. Looks like that one has gone down. They're definitely relying on their aircraft at the moment. And Team Nabat, they have been pushed back though. So we're back to a 16-16. LEFH 18M 105 mils pounding the city now with that artillery. Just look at the number of strikes that have come down onto this city. Morozic using the BO Panzer 38HF 173mm off map, and I'm not quite sure that's the best position for that off map. I think he would have been better just targeting this city, but I guess he didn't. Looks like the IS-1 Comrade didn't go down, and Gonzo has managed to push it forwards. And a Stug 3G going down in the north to the Valentine 3, I think there, from Curbs. That Valentine 3, sometimes they cannot be, underestimated. 75mm gun, but the fire rate, 15 rounds a minute, is a very fast firing 2-pounder. Let's just look back at this attack in the south from Gonzo. Looks like more planes in the south. A Flak 41 88mm has been brought in by Morozic to help cover the skies. But Gonzo is still managing to hold on to this light forested flag. The Panzer IV-M's being hit by the M42 guns. And Morozic won't be happy to see that. The Pak-38 is in position to take shots on infantry reinforcing in, but if that Pak-38 goes down, well, we do have a grill here in support as well, and that's really covering this open ground. A nice armoured unit into this southern area. Well, there is the Pak-38 there as well. Fantastic combination of units, the Pak-38 and the grill, just covering the grill, covering anti-infantry, the Pak-38 covering anti-vehicle attacks in that southern side. Nailbash has managed to reinforce the central city with Sturmschützen, but it looks like we have got artillery coming in now from the 122mm of Ortfine Frederica. The Aftermachiki and Cherno-Pizaniki move up, strikes from the P-3 bombers coming in. This could decimate the infantry, pin them down and open them up to surrenders, although the bombs just completely missing targets there in that central position. Flak 43 37s and a Flak 41 88mm is coming in. Looks like they're targeting this position. The Cherno-Pizzanikis are now opening up on the infantry. The OB-25s hitting from the sides, and the 122mm artillery hitting from the rear. And these Sturmschützen are now in a world of pain. The flag does get captured by Team Too Much Effort, and recapturing the northern side as well. They get themselves up to an 18-14 and will win the game in 27 minutes time. The LEFH 18Ms targeting onto the 52Ps will relieve some of the pressure onto this infantry. If those artillery strikes do come in on target, wow, look at the Cherno-Pizzanikis coming into this central position. May well be looking for an attack on foot across the river, and the Cherno-Pizzanikis moving through the forest as well, looking for control of the bridge, but there is a Panzer IV-H that stands in their way, and there's no anti-tank infantry weaponry on those Cherno-Pizzaniki. The Sturmschützen have managed to survive, still holding on to that position, but they are still under fire from that A-19 122mm. So I think while this attack continues, eventually those Sturmschützen are going to go down. In the southern side, Gonzo continue to press his attack. In comes a 37mm, trying to take out those Panzer IVs, but doesn't manage to do the job in time. We do have a Königsdagger onto the field, coming into this central area to face off against the KV-85s of Gonzo and the IS-2 that's come into that central area. I think there's plenty of ground being won in this southern side. Now that the northern area has been contained, Team Too Much Effort are pushing back onto the southern positions. I think the IL-237s have been key so far to keeping the armour at bay on this southern side. Looks like an attack attempting to come in to I think the Panzer IV M4s, but they do move out of line of sight of that attack. Down goes one of the T-34Es from the PaK-38. A side shot there, but in comes the Yak-9B trying to hit its bombs on target. Does take down that PaK-38, and wow, look at the fighter response. The Yak-9s and the Yak-1B, will they get on the back? Morozic doesn't care, he just wants to get rid of the bombing strikes. But the number of fighters being taken down, sort of the recklessness of Team Nabat in the use of these fighters, I think towards the late game is really going to leave them with a lack of fighters to cover the air, and could allow, you know, some late game strafing runs from you know, excessive air control on the side of Team Too Much Effort if they're not careful. The KV-85 is supporting a major advance right now. The Königstiger is on the field, but it's not in a fantastic position. PE3 strike coming in onto the Ersatztruppen, and so much action going on right now, so many explosions, so much fire coming from everywhere. Strafniki coming into this central position, and beefy squads. Those Ersatztruppen are definitely going to go down. The control of this flag surely is going to pass over to Team Too Much Effort. Yes, it does. 18-14, 25 minutes left for Team Too Much Effort to continue the assault, and will they win out in the long run? Income wise, we haven't talked about this yet, but Morozic is on the balanced income, so we'll have the advantage. Team Nabat will definitely have the advantage post C phase in the income game, but at the moment Team Too Much Effort, they kept them at bay. This central attack with the Cherno-Pizzanikis, they finally unloaded. They are going to proceed on foot across the river, and we're going to have to see how that one goes. But oh, look at this artillery. Oh, I thought that was going to strike in on the grouped Cherno-Pizzaniki now. One of the strikes does. It's got to be careful that those Cherno-Pizzaniki don't get taken out by artillery. Looks like some artillery from the side of Team Too Much Effort does come down onto the Jaeger MG42s. And definitely this northern side well and truly now back in the control of Team Too Much Effort, and that's allowing them to retake positions in the south, sort of in the centre, and definitely push forwards in the south. It's a big flag here, and Sturmschütze is coming in to reinforce along with the Pioneer Führer. The Königstiger is falling back. Looks like it's been hit by the IS-2 at some point, potentially some IL strikes, and the KV-85 in here as well. No movement forward from Lolly trying to press onto that Königstiger. Does allow the Königstiger to recover. Looks like Morozic is going to push him into a position to sit on that road and destroy any reinforcements coming down that road. Team Nabat have recovered the flag so far. The Panzer IV-G providing covering fire. The Gvardia moving up on foot, building by building, trying to take down infantry units in their way. The Schützen are pinned down, but the Pioneer Führer is in place, does throw off one of its HE grenades, and that Pioneer Führer is on the front lines doing its job, leading from the front, and the Gvardia will go down, especially in the face of the Schützen pushing forwards with the two MP40s. Looks like the a PaK-43 88mm has come in to put pressure onto the IS-2 in the rear. The KVs are in position to provide supporting fire onto that Pak 43, but the IS-2 does go down to a strike from the Pak 43 88mm. That takes away the heavy tank presence, but we still have two KV-85s that certainly at close range can still, you know, do some devastating damage and you know, get a nice shot off against those Königstiger. That Königstiger is definitely not king of the battlefield right now. The KV-85s can still do a lot of damage, and the Königstiger is zoned out. Oh, it does take down one of the was that an ISU in the center ground? Does go down there. Two more IS-2s coming in, and Team Too Much Effort definitely prioritizing this central flag. They're 18-14 up right now. Will win the game in 21 minutes time. National Nigel onto the field. Will he do better than last time, where he was immediately shot down? Let's hope so. Let's hope so. The KV-85 is in trouble now. The Schutzen are very close with the AT grenades, but he's taken a large amount of fire, I think, from a number of units as well. The Königstiger is not in a fantastic spot. I still feel like it's not in a fantastic spot. They're aiming to get it onto this road, but you know, there's nothing further north. I would have preferred him to come up and around on the northern flank to this central flag. The KV-85 is definitely under pressure. The infantry has gone down. The Schutzen are looking for a close range AT grenade, but I think, will they get on target? The grenade is thrown. Do get the kill. Wow, big kill for the Schutzen there. Well played, Nail Bash. Does take out the KV-85. Takes away a lot of pressure onto this central area, and definitely Team Nabat repel the advance of Team Too Much Effort. But this southern side, while all of that action's been going on, Gonzo has been targeting the southern side with his Guardia and has managed to break through after the Pak 38 went down and the Grill went down as well. Gonzo does take up positions in this southern area, maintains the 18-14, will win the game in less than 20 minutes time. A BR5 is now supporting, targeting the flak 41 88mm. And again, potentially this is a bit of long game play. They're trying to take out the AA. We saw earlier a lot of the fighters were coming in to take out some of the early fighters on the side of Team Nabat. Potentially, you know, maybe Gonzo's team, maybe Team Too Much Effort, maybe they're trying to hold off on a lot of their air attacks for the late game. The KV-8, one of the Panzer IV Gs do go down to the M42. The KV-85, you know, just pulling away, getting itself in the right position, gets an incendiary hit. Oh, the Panzer IV does get the kill on the 85, but the IL-237 comes in just in time as well, or just too late, should I say, just too late to take out that Panzer IV. So the KVs do go down in the central area, and there's a lot of armour has gone down, but the IS-2s are coming in through the light forest. There's another KV-85 here as well. It looks like they're progressing forwards, trying to get a closer range engagement onto the Königstiger, and nice work from Gonzo in the way that he's maneuvering those, or should I say it's Lolly, it's all fine, the way that he's maneuvering those IS-2s. Another ME-109 does go down. Looks like he's pushing forwards with that IS-2. The other one coming more into a more southern area. Not quite sure about that movement. I would probably have preferred them both to have stuck together. Driver kill onto the one of the Panzers. Bailout now, I think, on the other one. National Nigel is in position, but you know, I don't think he can quite see that IS-2. Pushing forwards to try and get an angle on it. The Königstiger is transmission damaged. A lot of artillery coming now onto this central flag. JU-188 coming in, looking for an attack onto the M42s. Lolly retreats the IS-2. Stayed there. He's been happy with his kills. He doesn't want to overstay his welcome and is retreating that back. Will the M42 guns survive this bombing strike? Yes, they both survive. Wow, so not one of them taken down there. Driver kill on the National Nigel. The IS-2 is still in position to fire at the infantry, I think. Königstiger is transmission damaged. So much action going on. Looks like he's targeting a Panzer IV-H in the back. More artillery being fired. National Nigel goes down to a strike from somewhere. I think it was one of the M42 guns that got that strike. Down goes a fighter, I think. More plane strikes coming in onto those M42 guns. I think those M42 guns, they are 3-star and they've done an absolutely fantastic job at taking out some of the lighter armour in this position. Morozic has his Königsegger remaining, but a lot of the key supporting armour has gone down. Gonzo has been pushed in this southern side. The Gvardia looks like they're retreating in the face of Reiter Jaegers and Pioneers. Artillery is still being rained down on this southern side. Let's take a break from the south and let's look into the north. Wow, look at the Cherno Pizzaniki coming in from Kurbs, as well as an M3S Komrotis, double pair of those, and Stroke DPs as well. I'm not sure whether I think again he's targeting an on-foot advance over this river, where I think he'd be better off pushing all of those infantry into this massive contested town, rather than, you know, what looks like he's attempting to do is to push them on foot over the river. I think he'd be better off putting them in this town. But Lolly does have a number of Gvardia all in there. They are all bunched up at the moment, but look, they are advancing in this area, and it looks like they're deciding to refocus from their southern push onto a central push. Infantry coming in from Gonzo, trying to recover this central flag once again, and the Southern Forest area has gone down. More infantry coming in, a hell of a lot of infantry being ordered in by the Russians right now. It feels like it's human wave tactics, but what else would you expect from the Russians? In the northern side, things have quietened down. Both teams, I think, have settled on their current battle lines. We've got the 120mm mortars firing in on the ISU 122 and the T-34E on the hill, really taking down the supply routes from the Germans. And off maps coming in from Kurbs with the WC 52 KO 280mm. I don't know whether they were spotted or whether that's counter battery, but both of them are hot-footing it out of there because they were nearly taken down. I feel like it's probably the counter battery order from the SDKFZ 135/150mm artillery pieces, although it looks like they're yeah, I think they are on counter battery. The ISUs have been smoked off, so that was what the 120mm mortars were doing, and it looks like all of the infantry is making some great progress. And I think actually running into his own off-map there, Kurbs was running into his own off-map in that centre town. I expect he didn't realise he was going to make as much progress as he have. Oof, down goes both Jaeger MG42s. I think that was the MS3 Komroti, M3S Komroti with a double HE cannons there. Nice little play in that area. More planes going down. Wow, just look at the number of planes in this southern side. IL-2s everywhere, fighters, Tu-2F recon planes, and the AA has been decimated in this southern side by consistent artillery attacks. Looks like Gonzo has broken through the defences in the southern side and re-establishes control of this southern hairy forest. There is a lot of infantry in there right now, and the Sapari rocks are going to be really difficult to dig out. And the Panzer IV-H's, well, they're leading the way, but that's that's not going to lead to success for Morozic. More AA pieces coming in, and Flak 41's being unloaded all the way back at their spawn lines to try and stave off the anti-air attacks. Just swarms of IL-2s progressing through. Down goes 2 Panzer IV-H's, and the armour is being picked off by this swarm of IL-237s. They're like mosquitoes everywhere right now, just taking down tank after tank. The Tu-2F is right on the back lines, spotting units, but the Focke-Wulf 190A does come in and should take down that Tu-2F. There is still an IS-2 in this southern side. There was one in the central area. I think that one's gone down. The Königstiger as well has gone down in the mayhem that was happening down here in this southern area. And yeah, I think I was about to say that opens the way for another attack into this southern central flag, and that's exactly what Gonzo is proceeding to do. The Tu-2Fs, I think, did go down, or at least one of them went down. Looks like Ort is throwing up a defensive beacon into this city. And wow, looks like another flag is progressing. 18-14 right now. But if these infantry manage to get their way through the artillery strikes, they could well pick up another flag here as well. And that may cut the timer in half. Be a 19-13, does cut down the timer. 11 minutes left on the clock. And Team Nabat have to do something right now. They have to make a breakthrough somewhere, because right now, this central area, there is just nothing here. And the southern side, they're being dominated. The city, they're being dominated. And their initial forces in the northern side have reached a stalemate. I feel like they have to invest in infantry to try and retake this central town, but have they got enough time? Is 10 minutes on the clock enough time to do this? I'm not sure. I am not sure right now. 19-13 on the clock. Looks like Team Too Much Effort are in a fantastic position, and Chuno Pizzanik is pushing for another flag. And actually, well, there is a Pak 40 that will stand in their way. But if that Pak 40 goes down, they can definitely make progress there. Into the southern side, the Jagdpanzer 38T just pushing through the light forest. He's very lucky that the Gvardia here are a bit further south than where that Jagdpanzer 38T here is. But I think once that is spotted, I imagine Gonzo is going to micro upwards his Gvardia. Wow, the Sapri Rocks pushing forwards, and are they going to look for a suppression onto the Jagdpanzer 38T with the flames? I think they're trying to suppress the Jagdpanzer and get the surrender. The Gvardia does move forwards with the AT rockets. The Sturmoviki Rocks pushing around the side. This is definitely an attempt to get a surrender onto this Jagdpanzer 38T. Doesn't need it. The flames do the job. The flames do the job. Is that right? Or did they sneak it? I'm pretty certain the flames did the job there on that Jagdpanzer 38T. Unbelievable. Unless I missed something there. That is fantastic. Oh, Morozic calls it a day. The team call it a day. Wow. Team Too Much Effort pick up the victory. 32 minutes, 20 seconds. Congratulations, Team Too Much Effort. Commiserations, Team Nabat. Team Too Much Effort, Gonzo, Lolly, and Curbs make it through into the final. What a fantastic game that was. I thoroughly enjoyed that game. And yeah, just a beautiful game. Beautiful game. It looks like trade-wise, kills and losses, Gonzo did a great job. 4,000 kills to 2,400 losses. Lolly did a fantastic job of keeping his losses low. And Curbs, you know, 1,000 losses, 1,000 kills more than losses. Great job there. I feel like Morozic, Vartan, and Nailbash, they're obviously 1,000 down, but I think they did a northern push. Definitely early on in this game, they did a very brave northern push. And I think maybe that's what lost them this game. They invested a hell of a lot into that northern push. It was beaten back. And then at that point, what else was left for them to do? Once Team Too Much Effort were able to hold that northern position, they could refocus on the southern side. And I think because a lot of units were lost at the start of this game, Team Nabat, they really didn't have enough left to allocate down to the southern sides, and just great trades all round. Definitely in that southern area, a lack of anti-air really hurt them at times. And maybe, you know, a lot of that was invested up north earlier on with that push. in, you know, and it wasn't available for the southern area when all of those IL-237s came in. Fantastic play. I really hope you enjoyed that game. Let's have a quick look at the bracket. So, Team Too Much Effort do make it through with the victory over Team Nabat. They do make it through to the finals. The finals will be held tomorrow. And at the moment, the result for Coronavirus and Bagel Pioneers has not come in yet.